Did you know that you are destined to be broke for the rest of your life? I know that sounds kind of harsh, but if you're not making the kind of money that you want to be making, then it's probably true. Your attitude toward money is keeping you broke. So if you want to start making some serious cold hard cash, we got to change your mindset, friend. I am constantly working on my relationship with money, my stories around money, the things that I tell myself. For instance, I love a good bargain. I love to buy things on sale, but I noticed that I started to feel like anytime I bought something that wasn't on sale, I felt guilty. I felt like I was spending money recklessly. I really saw this come into fruition when we went to Hawaii a few weeks ago and we flew first class. Oh my goodness, when I had to put in my credit card number and pay for the tickets, oh my gosh, there was some serious drama going on in my head about why are you spending this money? It's totally not necessary. So, where did this belief come from? That's probably something I saw as a kid. My parents and my grandparents modeled this behavior. My grandparents lived through the Great Depression. My mom is a total bargain hunter to this day. She goes to estate sales every weekend and buys all kinds of crap for a dollar or two that she absolutely doesn't need. But she feels like she just scored the winning touchdown at the Super Bowl when she comes home with an umbrella that she bought for $3 at an estate sale. And because I internalized this early on, I started to come to believe it as fact. This is gospel truth. It is wrong to spend money frivolously, and it's wrong to spend too much money on something if it's not necessary. That was my belief for a very, very long time. So if I went to the store, I saw a beautiful dress and I needed a dress to wear to a friend's wedding. If it wasn't on sale, I would not buy it, no matter how beautiful it was, no matter how well it fit, no matter how great it looked on me. Maybe you were told that rich people are greedy or evil. All my fellow Catholics, remember this one? It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. If you think that rich people are going to hell, why on earth would you ever want to be rich? And how could you ever allow yourself to become rich if you were convinced you were going to go to hell if you did? You can't hate money and be afraid of money and think that money is very distasteful and make a lot of it. It's just not possible. God, the universe, spirit gives you what you ask for. So if you've decided that you want more money, then let's work on some new attitudes about money right now. Self-limiting belief number one, I can't afford it. Oh boy, if you tell yourself this, then you will always feel this way. If you constantly feel lack, how can you ever attract abundance? The key to attracting more money is to be appreciative of the money that you have. Every time I get a check, whether it's a commission check, whether I get a refund in the mail from the insurance company, if a student enrolls in one of my coaching programs, I sell something on Facebook Marketplace, I find a quarter in the street, I say to myself, thank you. Thank you for blessing me with this money. I am grateful for the money and I thank the universe for bringing it my way. Now, when I spend money, I hand over my debit card and in my head, I say, there's always more where that came from. Because I honestly believe that I can always make more money. Look at how many billionaires there are in the world that had a ton of money and then they lost everything and then they became billionaires again. They weren't just extraordinarily lucky. It's not like you become a billionaire twice in your lifetime because you were in the right place at the right time. It's because their mindset helps them make more money. Money comes to them easily. Money is good to have. There's nothing wrong with wanting more money. They believe it, they embody it, they live those thoughts every day. But you'll never make lots of money if you're subconsciously afraid of it or you're telling yourself that you just don't have enough right now. If you focus on lack and scarcity, you'll get lack and scarcity. Self-limiting belief number two, this market is so hard. Oh, these last 2 years in real estate have been amazing for me, but I will tell you, prior to 2020, the best year I ever had in real estate was 2008. Property values were in the toilet. Real estate agents were leaving the business left and right. And yet that year was the most homes I ever sold as a solo agent. So don't tell me that because the market is shifting and things are changing, that it automatically means your business is going to tank. If you believe that you're going to make less money in 2023 because the market is terrible, then guess what's going to happen? You create your reality. What you see in the world is a reflection of what's going on in your head. You will make less money in 2023 if you feel the market is terrible. So, what if you decide that this shift is going to be amazing for your buyer clients who will finally get a fair shot at getting their first choice, not their fifth or sixth or seventh choice, because that was the only offer that ever got accepted? What if you choose to look at a more balanced market as a good thing for buyers and sellers so that each party has an equal amount of leverage in the negotiations? Listing agents will feel like they're not forced to discount their commissions in order to get the listing. Buyers will not have to give up their firstborn child in order to get their offer accepted. If you believe the market changing is a good thing for your clients, chances are they'll think so as well. Now, if you don't believe this to be true, let's think about it. Back in the 1980s, my parents bought a house where the interest rate was 13%. Yes, it was a horrible interest rate. Did they buy the house anyway? Yes, because we moved to Michigan and we needed a place to live. What about 2008? Did nobody buy houses in 2008? Of course they did. I sold over 70 houses that year, so you can't tell me that nobody moves just because interest rates go up or house values go down. If you truly think that, then maybe you just need to stop and think about it for 5 minutes every day. For the next 30 days, just think, this is going to be an amazing market. This is going to be a great thing for all of my clients. I am going to have the most successful year I've ever had. Do that every day for 5 minutes for 30 days and tell me if you feel differently in a month. I guarantee if you tell yourself a new thought over and over and over again, a thought that serves you, a thought that helps you and everyone involved, don't you think that would be so much better for you and your clients and your business than if you tell yourself that this market is so terrible and it just stinks? In this video, I talked about strategies for coping with stress and how you think about a problem determines the results you're going to get. So if you need to go deeper on this concept, I'll link it up here so that you can watch that one next. Self-limiting belief number 3, you have to work really hard to make money and work long hours. This one just makes me so mad because of the whole hustle and grind virtue signaling that we see on social media. People brag that they work really, really hard, long hours. They get up at the crack of dawn. They put in a full day's worth of work before 7 a.m. every day. And shouldn't we all be so impressed by their dedication and work ethic? I call BS on this too. I know business owners who make millions of dollars a year and they work part-time. Remember Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Work Week? How much money does he make? And he works a maximum of 4 hours a week. You get paid for what you know, but you don't have to get paid for what you do. In fact, the more your direct involvement is required in order to earn the money, the less likely you can scale. You need to actually remove yourself from the equation in order to scale and not be the bottleneck and scale and grow your business. You can hire showing assistants, transaction coordinators, a virtual assistant. You can hire a housekeeper to clean your house once a week so that you could spend those 3 hours doing a revenue generating activity instead that's going to bring in a heck of a lot more than the $150 that you spent on paying the housekeeper. So what is your goal for the rest of the year? Let me know how you're doing and if you're on track to meet your goals. At the beginning of the year, I did a whole video on how to make a vision board. So if you didn't see that, you should watch this video next so that you can finish the year off strong.